What if you wanted to continue on with the game, but Taj says,
Abracadabra!
well, too bad because we're going to a race. We have to do this. You need the balloon you get from this to beat the game. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. I am Hunter, and in the last part we completed Dino Domain, at least until we do the trophy challenge, in which case we'll be going back there. And in this part, we're doing the level name that I forgot what it's called, so until the game tells me, I will henceforth call it Canada. Audio glitch coming up. By the way, the audio glitch is out like 3 times in this part. It's kind of annoying. I'm hoping that my computer fixed itself when I took it in the other week regarding this audio glitch, because otherwise it's gonna make me doing banjo-kazooie, well, I'm tempted to hold it off until this audio glitch is remedied, because I don't want to have to keep editing around my favorite video game of all time like this, so I kind of don't want to have to do that. Then again, it's already going to take a hit in quality because I'm recording right off the N64 instead of using the Xbox Live Arcade / Rare Replay ports, because I'm... well, I don't have an Xbox One to play Rare Replay, even though I own the game, and also, I kind of... I wanna play the original N64 game, goddammit. So, that's a thing. Anyway, yes. I have stuff that I can actually talk about in this part regarding the level, at least in terms of nostalgic reflections and reminiscing and all that good stuff. But more so, currently, yeah, this environment. Okay, you know what? Let me bring up a discussion for the comment section. Does anybody remember McDonald's kiosks where you play video games in like a room, or maybe it was just out in the open on like the restaurant floor or something like that? I don't know. One of those things. Anybody? Show of comments, I guess. You're literally just... Taj does not give a fuck. Taj just doesn't give a fuck. No, but seriously, does anybody remember those? I'm pretty sure if I flashed a picture up on screen, you'd know what I was talking about, but I'm pretty sure a simple Google search would tell you exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm hoping that it isn't... I'm not the only person... Well, I mean, of course I'm not the only person, but I'm also hoping that out of the people who do watch my videos, that I'm not the only person who remembers those things. I don't look at my analytics, so I don't know what my exact target audience age range is, like, at all. So, that's a thing. Anyway, now we must acquire a plane.
Hello, friend. Select the challenge of your choice.
Neither. No, but seriously, I do need to get the plane. And as you can see, the, well, that lovely face is being built with every piece of the BizPig amulet we make. We gather, rather. Words are hard. Really, really hard. Except they're not. I just need to stop and think for a moment before I speak. Which is very difficult for me to do because my mind is running like a mile a minute. That's the term, right? Anyway, let us fly into this door and head to... name?
Snowflake Mountain.
Snowflake Mountain. The second hub world of the game. Why do I keep running into this goddamn clock? I don't care about what your business is! Anyway, as you might have noticed, there is an extra... yeah, you know. There is an extra item in these worlds, and that is the trophy you get from the trophy races. Trophy races, for the record, are basically Grand Prix. You go through all the races, you get points depending on where you place. Ideally, you will want to get first, and by ideally, I mean you have to get first. In the thing overall. I mean, you don't have to get first in every race, and I take full advantage of that fact when I do get to the trophy races later on, because there's no way I'm going to try and get first in every race 4 times in a row, because some tracks I just can't be arsed to do that with. Others I can. Certainly not most of them in, I'm trying to think, which is the world that actually gave me the most guff with regard to that. I think it's either this one, or it's... you know what, no. It's definitely Dragon Forest, which is the last world that gave me the most crap with regard to the trophy race. Because the very... well, not... I keep saying the last world. You know what? This game is 20 years old. I feel like it can flex a little bit and spoil things, unless people really care. either way, there's 5 worlds in this game, despite what you might believe otherwise. The very last one is probably my favorite one because I actually like those tracks a lot. And they're not very challenging, at least not to me anymore. Probably because I, you know, only like 5 or so years ago, I only just got to them for my first time, and they were rather tricky my first go around, but they're now probably the easiest worlds for me to do, because the easiest races for me to do because of that fact. But they are supposed to be the most challenging races in the game, yes. Anyway, yes, as you can see, I am now knowledgeable in using the boost trick, which is letting go of any acceleration while using a boost, whether it be going through a zipper or using the boost item, to gain an extra burst in speed. There is another trick regarding gaining speed that is a little bit not intended, because the letting go of the acceleration to get more speed is actually a trick intended by the game, and it will actually be provided to you as a hint later on in this world. So, it's intentional. That one's intentional. But there is another one that isn't really noticeable, so I'll bring it up now. Did you know that mashing the acceleration button is technically faster than holding it in? I bet you didn't know that. But it's true. Basically, reach more or less top speed, and then instead of holding the acceleration button, mash it. You will find yourself going a little bit faster, but just that little bit faster enough that you'll start to notice the big speed difference, and you'll start flying ahead of opponents. I don't really do that much often, because 1, it wears on my fingers really fast, and 2, there's only ever really a few instances where I just cave and do it, and I can't really remember where those points are, but okay. The boss races was probably where I will end up using them, but I don't remember using them in most of them. Either way, yes. That is a trick you can do. And for the record, I'm kind of a little lax on the editing in the sense that I'm basically just going through and doing commentary over the parts. Before, I was trying to make sure I skimmed through the video and catch any of the audio hiccups that sometimes occur, but instead I'm just gonna go through, and if I pause randomly for some weird reason, it's probably either because I got interrupted or I forgot to edit out an audio glitch that, you know, you guys really don't want to hear them. They're not pleasant. As mentioned before, it's just a single, it's like a single second, or not even a single second, just like a single, like, bit of audio, just it's like a hum of the last bit of audio that was played, and it's like the most annoying thing in the world. It also glitches out the video too. It's really annoying. I don't like it. That's why the sound gets cut out of here again. Sometimes though, it's really annoying, especially when it's like, hey, I ran into a tree. Here's the Diddy getting hurt noise for about a second. Like that, the peak of the Diddy getting hurt noise played throughout an entire second and a half. Yeah, no, it's not pleasant to listen to. It sounds really annoying. And that's why I edited those out. Well, of course I had to, otherwise you would have to listen to them too, and they would be really bad. Granted, these aren't things that I pick up during the recording. This only happens afterward. So it is definitely a computer issue and not a capture card issue, because if it was the capture card, then, well, I think it would be a lot worse. Like, the audio itself would just be flat out bad, instead of it just occasionally hiccuping. And I know it is a computer issue because I'm getting nowhere with this, aren't I? I'm just complaining again. Basically, yeah, I'm hoping that I had to take it in, like, a week and a half ago to sort out issues with the audio input, with the jack and basically the sound card was wrong. Or the audio drivers were wrong. So I'm hoping that was the cause of it and not anything pertaining to a hardware issue, because if it's a hardware issue, then, well, I can get it replaced. Eventually, when I gain the motivation to do so. Anyway, Snowball Valley. Next course.
Snowball Valley.
This race is a pain in the ass, and I hate it. As you can tell by the fact that I was going to do an orange boost, but instead I did a blue boost. Yes. This one took me a few tries, and by a few tries I mean a lot of tries, because this level's a pain in the ass and I hate it. There's usually one of them in every world, and this is this world's. I hate this level, never again, please. Because, well, it's, you know, it's not the fact, it's not the races themselves, it's the design of the course. A lot of tight corridors in the first half, big wide open area with snowballs that'll run you over and basically kill any and all speed, and then very, very twisty turns for the last section up here. It's not very good. It's a little too much to handle. Just a little. Okay, I sound like I'm complaining. I'm more reaching than anything. Listen, no game is perfect, and we must reflect on what things are and what they were. And I have to be honest, some aspects of this game ain't aged the best. And it's not, well, graphically I think it's constructed nice with colors and such, but hey, I'm not an artist. In terms of, you know, controls, it's fine, but some of the course design is, well, it leaves much to be desired, especially considering the later ones basically require you knowing how to do certain tricks like the pinpoint turning and, something else. Or, you know, just the boss races too. Those are a pain in the ass as well. So this ain't the perfect game, as it were. It's a fine game, but I don't know if my go-to anymore. Then again, I guess it's technically better than Mario Kart 64 since it actually has 3D models and not sprites. But you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just spouting nonsense to pass the time, and none of this really means anything to what I actually think. I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. Anyway, let me talk about this level for a moment. Whenever I hit that hill and I see those houses, for some reason my mind immediately thinks of Switzerland. That's basically the end of that. But I'm gonna use this to segue into a thing where I want to talk about going to places eventually at some point in time in my life, hopefully. Because let's face it, I'm not super popular Let's Player, man. I'm just not. So, as a result, I don't really have the popularity that gets me to go places like the others do. So I can only dream. But basically, Siren. But also, basically, Loud Siren. But basically, I don't know. I'm thinking about places where I'd like to go at some point. Switzerland might be one of them. I don't know why. It just has that nice air. It has that nice mood about it from what I've seen of it, and it just looks nice and cozy, and warm and very wintry. At least in the winter. Not sure about the other seasons. It probably sucks in the other seasons, as you know. Any of the seasons really. They all have their downsides and their upsides. In Canada, we have this saying that there's only 2 seasons, winter and construction. The joke is that we have winter, and it seemingly lasts forever, even throughout, like, mid-spring, there's still snow on the ground. And then at any other point, you basically can't get anywhere because there's, like, just construction going on all the time. And then they stop the construction mid-season. When winter rolls around, there's just, like, plows and forklifts and all that construction stuff. I'm really not on the ball today. I'm really good at commentary, guys. Don't worry. I swear to you, I will have a lot more to say when I do Banjo-Kazooie. Because that is one of my favorite games, and I can reflect on moments in the moment when I'm playing through that game. Not so much here, because, well, this is post-commentary, and 2, I didn't technically really grow up with this game. I think I actually played more Mario Kart 64 whenever I had the chance to Crash Team Racing. I didn't really play much Diddy Kong Racing. I mean, I played through the adventure mode, but I never got past Wizpeg. Actually, no, correction. I never got past the World 3 boss, because that boss is literally the worst. No, lied. I never even got past Tricky. I don't even think I got past Tricky. I think I was stuck on Tricky. I could never beat a second race. Anyway, enough about Tricky. Let's talk about this guy. This is Bluey the Walrus. Out of all the races, even the rematches including, he's probably the easiest. Because it's just the downhill thing, and you're in a hover cart, so it's not like you're really getting much of the hover cart's downsides here. You're just going downhill, so it's really just a big drag race thing, and so is the tricky one, but hey. Still, the most that Bluey can do is just be in the way. Like, just be big. Like, well, Tricky also was just being really big and in the way. But I feel like Bluey's a lot easier, given the fact that, you know, I don't know, he just seems more like a bro. Like a really nice fellow that'll help you out through the trying times. I like Bluey a lot, he's cool. There's another one, there's another one of the bosses that I also find pretty neat, although their race is a little bit trickier. Not tricky though, just tougher. And they're cool as well. Blue the Walrus though is the best race, because it's the easiest race, so I don't get mad at it much. The rematch is still tough, but it's not like I want to end this thing's existence tough. Unlike the next world's boss, which we will get to when we get to it. And boy, howdy do I have a lot to say about that bugger. Y'all know the one. I don't even think I need to say it, other than Bubbles.
I've got something special.
Anyway, this is the tip that I was mentioning before, where letting go of the acceleration gives you an extra burst of speed. So, yay. Anyway, next time on Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing, we are going to be doing the silver coin challenges of Everfrost Mountain, Snowflake Mountain, Snowflake Mountain, Snowflake Mountain. So next time, ham. I'm good at outros.